welcome to a sober episode of Gothic Dark Mysteries. What the hell is your problem?
Do you need an extra man?
You must be one of the new ones, huh? If you're looking for a camp to join, try the sect loonies. They're not fussy about who they take on. We don't take just anyone. Not unless you want to go digging in the old mine.
Alright, nothing he says is really important. I don't know why he has this crossbow out. No big deal. So, let's enter the camp. Where's my... Sure, 22 strength points. This knife is the best thing we got, so we'll stick with it. Here's Diego.
Tell me something about the old camp.
It's the biggest and most powerful of the three camps. Gomez and his guys control the camp and thereby the whole ore trade. Once a month, the king sends us everything we need. We've got the old guy in our grip, you understand? He sends us wine, bread, meat, weapons, everything. You can also get some of it. All you have to do is join Gomez's people.
What about the two other camps?
The two other camps split up to pursue their crazy escape plans. There's the new camp in the west of the colony, where the mages think they can just detonate the barrier as soon as they've scraped enough ore together. And then there's the sect loonies in the east. Their camp is in the middle of the swamp, and they're praying to their idol to set them free. He hasn't responded so far. If I were you, I wouldn't waste my time on those madcaps.
Apart from that, there is a camp of people who choose to live far away from people's nosy eyes and ears. I can mark this place on the map for you, but under one condition, if you do something for me. Depends on what's your task. You'll bring those people a few ore nuggets. They'll know what for. Tell them Diego sent you. Maybe they'll ask what you want before you get an arrow to the eye. Or to the knee. What will I get? You'll have my gratitude and perhaps some more ore. So how is it going to be? Help me now, I help you. I got some ore. Where should I begin the search? You made wise choice. I'm sure you won't regret it. Of course, if you live long enough. Well, that sounds regrettable. Sorry, pardon my English. Here's a map I marked on it, the location of the camp. Watch out because this area is teeming with various creatures and wolves aren't the most dangerous of them. And I want you to get killed and lose my ore. Oh, aren't you a kind man? Well, you didn't tell me it was so dangerous. You'll manage, but I got an advice for you. First, get some experience before you go there. Take the ore. Tell me more about those people you know. I don't like to be the subject of the rumors, and I respect that. I can tell you that near the old camp there's an abandoned camp of the hunters. There you'll find one of the smugglers. Talk with him. Tell him that Diego sends you. I think he has a problem with his lost comrade. I don't know anything more. I wish you luck with your search, boy. Yes, luck would come in handy. Lol.
Tell me more about the barrier.
There isn't much to tell. It's impenetrable.
What happens if I just walk out of here?
The last one who tried that reached the other side a dead man. This damn barrier lets you in, but you'll never get out of here.
If there's a way out, I'll find it.
You're already in a rush to get out of here, but you've only just arrived.
Take care.
Grim.
I am new here.
Just arrived, have you? I'm Grim. I haven't been here for long either. I was thrown in with the load before you.
What's life like here?
Easy going. As long as you pay your share of protection money to the guards.
What do I have to do if I want to get admitted to this camp?
Well, first of all, you have to become a shadow. Therefore, you have to find somebody who supports you Somebody who explains everything to you and takes responsibility for you. If I was you, I'd try to keep close to Diego. I did it like that. He's quite all right. He'll make you take the test of faith. That's different from everybody. Then there'll be some other smaller tasks from other shadows. If you manage them, you'll be with us.
What was your test of faith?
I can't tell you, man. You have to be silent about things like that here.
Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys like most of the the quests and procedures, whatever, to joining each of the camps. It's advantageous in a number of ways. First of all, most importantly is just that you get the experience from everything, but just doing the quest does not commit you to the faction. You actually have to say, I want to join. So you can do all the quests, except, okay, that's technically not true, because if you want to join the new camp, you have to take something from the old camp, which you're supposed to deliver to Diego. So, if you do that either way, actually, alright, I'm kind of fucking this up. I think you can still join even if you do that. Whatever, I'll just show you in the coming episodes how you join each camp, but I'm gonna only commit to one of them. This includes like the new factions in the game, here in the modded version. Let's talk to Thorus.
You don't look as though you'd just let anyone get into the castle.
Only Gomez's men are allowed in the castle.
I want to work for Gomez.
Oh yeah? Then what makes you think Gomez will be interested in having you work for
I
him?
was suddenly lit up.
Diego says you decide who Gomez is interested in.
Huh? If Diego thinks you're okay, why doesn't he take care of you? Look, let me explain. Diego's gonna test you. If he thinks you're good enough, I'll let you into the castle to see Gomez. Whatever happens after that is up to you, okay?
I'll talk to Diego. Why don't you give me the test?
It ain't that easy, kid. Any newcomer who wants to get anywhere needs a patron. That patron has to be one of Gomez's people. He'll test you. And if you fail, you're his responsibility. That's the law around here.
There must be something you want done.
No. The things we guards deal with are a bit above you, kid. You just stick to the tasks your patron sets for you.
I'm quite capable of doing anything you tell me to.
Oh, so you're intent on failing, eh? There is one thing that only someone who's not with Gomez can see to. But I'm warning you, you blow this and you'll be in mighty big trouble.
Ooh.
I'm ready for your task.
What I'm about to tell you is between you and me, and nobody else must ever hear about it. Understood?
Sure.
We have a problem with a guy from the new camp. His name's Mordrag. He's been stealing from the ore barons. Of course, that applies to a lot of the rogues in the new camp. But this guy has the nerve to come to our camp and sell our stolen goods to our boys. He's gone too far. But he knows I can't do anything about it.
Why?
Because he's under the protection of the mages.
Sounds to me like the mages are your problem.
Yeah, but they're a problem that's hard to solve. A few years back, one of the shadows tried to stab the High Magician of the Circle of Fire while he was sleeping. They found him later in the Outer Ring. In fact, he was scattered all over the Outer Ring.
Why do the mages protect that Mordrag?
Because they use him as a gopher. Our local mages are in contact with the mages over in the new camp. They often send gophers back and forth. They're likely to become very unpleasant if I throw one of their gophers out of the camp or have him killed.
What about me? What do you think the mages will do to me?
You're new here. You'll be okay, but I'm responsible for what my boys do. That's why it's vital that you keep your mouth shut.
Where can I find Mordrag?
You'll find him at the south gate on the other side of the castle, just beyond the entrance. The bastard wouldn't dare come any further into the camp.
Do you want me to kill the guy?
I want you to make sure I never see his face around here again. I don't care how you do it.
I'll take care of it.
Alright, so we have a job. You don't actually have to kill him, and trust me, you do not want to. I mean, not that you even could. If you tried, he'd kick your ass.
Hey man, new here? I haven't seen you before. I'll join you for a while, if you don't mind. I'm sure you'll need a friend.
Get lost.
You're not in a good mood today, are you? I'd better come with you.
Please don't.
Tell me, where are we going? Or is it supposed to be a surprise? I like surprises.
Really? Here's a surprise. Get back here, you old cunt.
He's had enough.
Yeah, this guy's a pain in the ass, so dealing with him like that is the only way to go.
Okay. Hey man, you hit me. What was that for?
I'll hit you again in a second. I'm into that.
You're a lunatic, man. I don't want to have anything to do with you. Let me
Oh, shut your mouth. Basically, if you, like, let him stick around for a while, he'd start, chatting. You kind of learn a little more about him, and they're not things you really want to know. Things involving animals.
How's things?
Not bad. If you can cook well, you have many friends here. Would you like some of my rice stew?
Thanks.
You could do me a favor.
What can I do for you?
You must be used to good food. I have a new recipe. Meat bug ragu a la snaff with rice and mushrooms. You can have as much as you want, but I still need 3 meat bugs and some hell mushrooms. 5 should be enough.
Sounds good.
Then go and see you get me the things. The last one I sent just hasn't come back. Must have deserted to the new camp.
Where can I find meat bugs?
Everywhere where there's garbage laying around. You should be able to find some at the deserted huts near the castle wall. Don't get confused by their ugly looks. Once cooked, they are tasty.
Where can I find hell mushrooms?
If you leave through the south gate, that's the collapsed tower. You'll see a plain directly in front of you. There's mushrooms growing there.
Who was the guy you sent before me?
His name was Neck. He was pretty discontented here. I think he's in the new camp now. I sent him to collect mushrooms, but he didn't come back.
Suspicious. Sorry, voice crack. Well, let's go back to Diego first. I know this isn't really a straightforward walkthrough, and I'm not really interested in doing something like that. This is just me casually playing, but I will give pointers to people who haven't played this before. Or even those who have, but just kind of need, or are looking for a few tips.
I've talked to Thorus.
And what did he say?
He says that I can join the old camp if you think that I'm good enough.
Looks like I have myself a new job.
Do we start right now?
First, there are a few things you should know.
What do I have to know to be accepted in the old camp?
If you want to join the camp, you'll have to earn some brownie points. There are a few influential people in the outer ring. Most of them are shadows. If you manage to impress them, it'll earn you a few brownie points. Then you'll have to stand the test of faith. Besides, there are a lot of skills every new arrival has to learn. The more you learn, the more valuable you'll be for us.
Where do I find the important people?
Well, you're looking at one of them. Then there's Thorus. You already know him. As for the others, you'll have to find that out by yourself. If you don't manage to do that, you don't belong here anyway. Just go through the outer ring and talk to people. Then you'll find out who's important.
Who can teach me?
Start with Fingers. He's the most skillful among us. If you keep your eyes peeled, you'll find other people who can teach you.
Where can I find Fingers?
His hut's kind of hidden. It's next to the castle wall. Just start out here and go towards the arena. When you're at the castle gate, go down to the left and you'll be heading for the arena.
What's the test of faith?
You have to go to the old mine. There you'll meet a guy called Ian. He'll give you a list. This list is important. It contains all the items the guys in the mine need from us. They'll get the stuff with the next convoy.
No problem.
Yes, there is a problem. The new camp must not get that list. Like I said, the list is important. If you do it right, you'll get much further.
If the list is so important, why should Ian give it to me?
Because you're going to tell him Diego sent you.
I'll tell him. Where can I find the old mine?
Go to Graham. He's a cartographer. Tell him that I sent you and that you need a map. It'll show you the way to the mine. He lives to the left of the north gate.
Can you teach me something?
Yes, I can teach you to improve your dexterity or your strength.
Do I want to do that? I don't think so.
Come back soon.
Take care.
I don't know if it still applies in the first game, but I know that in Gothic 2 it's actually much more worthwhile to train your weapon skills before your attributes. Because if you get your weapon skills higher, you have a better chance of getting critical hits. And that's more important than strength, because strength only increases your damage by a little bit.
I want to become a shadow.
So?
Can you help me?
I wouldn't know how.
I'm looking for somebody to teach me something.
Why have you come to me?
Diego sent me.
You should have said that before. If you want to join the camp, it's an advantage to be a good fighter or thief. If the influential shadows in this camp test you, they'll give you tasks you better not get caught doing. That's why the way of the thief would be a good start to you. Incidentally, I'm the best thief in the whole of the old camp.
What can you teach me?
And that depends on what you want to know.
I want to learn how to sneak around.
I believe, no false modesty, that I'm one of the best thieves they ever chucked into this colony. But when it comes to teaching how to sneak around, Cavalorn is the better man for you.
Do I want to do this, or do I want to get my weapon skills up first? Oh, whatever.
How can I improve my lockpicking skills?
You'd like to know that, wouldn't you?
I don't know why the
It's not
subtitles
too
keep bugging.
difficult to begin with. Above all, you have to make sure that your lockpick doesn't break off. If you're a little bit more patient in future, you'll see that you won't need that many lockpicks anymore.
Alright, so that's how you learn skills in this game. If you remember when I leveled up, I got 10 learning points. I came to him, spent those 10 learning how to improve my lockpicking skills. And if you look at the skills on the right, it says stealing, chance of failure. Open locks, I only have a 50% chance of failure, when previously I had a 90% chance. Now for picking locks, failure doesn't actually mean failure in opening locks. It's your chance of the lockpick breaking if you do something wrong. So I only have a 50% chance of losing a lockpick if I don't open it properly. I think these guys, oh no, they're done fighting. Yeah, arena fights happen here pretty often. They're pretty funny. Especially because they just leave a lot of weapons lying around. Some good weapons. A battle sword. Yeah. Some awesome weapons here. No actual arena fights happened in the vanilla game. They were supposed to, but they were never fully implemented. None of these guys are actually supposed to be here. This guy's not. That guy's not. That guy's not. They're all brought here by the mod, so sometimes the things they say don't really make sense for where they are. Let's save though. Like Herrick? Where did Herrick come from? I don't remember.
And how's things?
There ain't enough room in this camp for the two of us.
Pardon me?
If it was up to me, you wouldn't last out here for long. Do you know why I'm here? I killed 12 people in one night. Just like that.
Well, aren't you a friendly dude? Rufus, he's supposed to be a peasant from the new camp. So kind of talk is always still there.
Hi, I'm new here. I just wanted to know what goes on around here.
Ask someone else, will ya? I do nothing but work out here in the fields. I don't know nothing. Man, I'd love to tell the Rice Lord to do his own damn dirty work.
Who is the Rice Lord?
He was one of the first to arrive here. He helped found the camp and start up the rice fields. These days he just hangs out at the warehouse stretching his stomach, the fat pig.
If you don't like it, why are you working here?
It happened the first day I got here. Lefty, one of the thugs that works for the Rice Lord, came up to me and asked if I could lend a hand in the rice fields. Sure, I said. I was new here and I wanted to make myself useful. The next day, when I was taking a short rest, the guy turned up again. You don't want to let all your colleagues do all their work by themselves, do you? He asked. I told him I was exhausted from the previous day's work, that I needed a rest and all that. But he never listened. He grabbed me by the collar and dragged me back to the field. From that day on, he stood outside my doorstep every day until I got used to going on my own. I didn't want any trouble with those guys. They're real cutthroats. You'd better steer clear of them.
Yeah, so he's talking like he's still working in the rice fields, yet he's here fighting in the arena. Shrat. This guy is from the sect camp. In the swamp.
What are you doing here?
Did I give you permission to speak to me? Only joking. Those damn loonies are getting on my nerves. That's why I'm here. Don't speak to me. Pray for forgiveness by the sleeper. Your mission is of extraordinary importance. It's enough to drive a man out of his mind. No wonder they're all crazed round here. I'm Shrat, novice of the first rank, and that's who I'll always remain.
I want to join the Brotherhood. Can you help me?
You want to join this place? I'm actually just thinking about how to get away from here. We could roam the colony, relieve a few numbskulls of their money, collect some more. What do you think?
Yep, see, he talks like he can actually do that, but he can't. In the vanilla game, without the mod, he'd be somewhere in the swamp right outside the sect camp, or the swamp camp, whatever you want to call it. And you could actually get him to follow you. But this mod adds him as an arena fighter, and does not change his dialogue at all. So it's a little confusing.
you.
Who? Me?
You know who I mean, Sonny. Let me tell you something. This is my district, and I don't want any trouble. But new guys like you are always trouble, especially when they sneak around the place at night. So why don't you go home and make sure I don't see you here again? There's an empty hut opposite the arena, the one with the canopy. Get some sleep. And if I catch you in one of the other huts, I shall personally see to it that you live to regret it.
Whatever you say. I'm not going to sleep just yet. Have any lockpicks? Or picklocks, as they're called in this game? I do not. I think I used up the only one I had. Whatever. I wanted to loot that chest. There's some good stuff in there, but right, this is my hut, and they gave me free ham. Okay, I think this mod that's a little buggy with the sleeping. Like I've had times where the game crashes while I'm in bed, or like I just can't get back up for some reason. Sleep until midday. Alright, that worked. Oh yeah, one thing about this mod is, like in this mod, if you sleep, you don't always necessarily wake up like restored or anything, and sometimes you get attacked in your sleep for some reason. I don't know why.